So I think if we put a loan offer in for him, it'd complement the field perfectly, really. Can I ring you back? Cheers. Hello?
BenSportsNews.
Right.
Can we have a meeting?
Well, did you make an appointment?
Well, no, I didn't know how to make an appointment.
Well, why not?
Well, can I make an appointment?
Sure.
Can I make an appointment, please?
Mr. News, mate, what are you doing?
You said I have to make an appointment, so I'm making an appointment.
Well, no, you have to ring up. Oh my god. Look at him there, look. Oh god.
Phone number after the beep. We will return your call.
Hi, it's BenSportsNews. I wanted to make an appointment for a meeting, but seems like you're busy, so never mind.
Hello there, viewers. Welcome back to another episode of Thames FC. It's me, Benji FM, and boy, do we have something exciting for you today. As teased, Boston United are the team we're facing. They're 18th in the Vanarama National League North, and of course a side that I have a history with. If you ever watched the Salford story, it was a few years ago now, we had a bit of a history of Boston United and their pitch, more importantly, things got fancy. For those that are unaware, they have Andy Tannoy. Now, in my Salford series, he was the heartbeat of the team, 20 free kick taken on the game, and I dare say a legend of the channel. He's now got 13 free kick taken, and this brings me to the next point. Sports Interactive, how many emails do I have to send for you to change it back to 20? I'll keep sending you clips of free kicks he scored. I'll keep doing it. Anyway, Andy, how do you think we'll get on in today's game?
Ben, mate, don't bottle it.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Now, he's in the under-23s, so I'm not sure we'll face them, but they are the first game we're playing today, and we're playing top of the league, Greenwich. So we're probably going to lose both games today, just pre-warning now. And since we last met, it was the 3-1 win versus Herne Bay yesterday, of course, and then Phoenix Sports gave us a 5-3 battering. Lots of goals in extra time, you can see there. It got close for a second, and then they ran away with it. 93-94, game was done. We put it back to 3-3, and then they scored 2 goals really late on and ruined my day. They actually scored another one in the 95th minute that was ruled out for offside. Ridiculous. It was then a 2-1 defeat to Cray. Another penalty missed in that game. Keep a tally for you viewers, please do. It was then a game against VCD, and Taylor and Sommer, of course, the two guys up front in the goals for us and getting us a point in the game, which is nice to see. And then we went one better. We won the match. Dominic Taylor on 88 got us the win. It was a late goal. Let's take a look at it, shall we? So you can see here, we're in the blue, played forward, over the top. Taylor on it, smashes it against the post and into the back of the net. And it gave us a 3-2 win and much needed 3 points. And the reason it was much needed is games after that haven't gone so well. But first things first, the cup game, we lost on penalties to Feversham. We got through one round. We couldn't go any further. It went quite a long way in penalties, actually. But then eventually, our right back Campbell missed. And then 2 back-to-back 1-0 draws with Suma getting the goals again. Loving life, but not winning games. So a bit of a shame. And this brings us to today then. Boston United first up. Will Andy Tannoy get the start against lesser opposition, which I think is unfair? Now, we recently have reverted back to the 4-1-2-1-2. I've been trying a few little things. I've been trying wingers. I've been trying sort of playing 3 in the middle occasionally. And none of it's really working. Dakwa, of course, comes in. He's one of our more recent signings. He's a really good centre-back. Hopefully got enough pace and heading and tackling there as well. So hopefully it'll be good for us. The goalkeeper situation isn't good. We need to replace that, really. And the back line, they concede daft goals. Now, interestingly, Burgess has been playing as a poacher, but today, defensive forward. I do think the combination of having 2 strikers that are different is better than having 2 strikers that are the same. And of course, with the form he's in, Mohamed Sommer is going to start the game for us today. Let's see how we get on. Dominic Taylor is out injured, but may well be back for next episode. Touch and go. So we've got Cabinet in goal, Campbell, Comfrey and Dakar at the back. Khan comes back in at left back, which is nice to see. Hughes just in front of them, Doherty and Milbourne, Barker, Burgess and Sommer. Now we could play these midfielders as their preferred positions. They don't really suit, though, right now. It's a bit of an issue. Basically, we can't play 2 attacking or automatic midfielders together. We've got lots of midfielders that are similar. We need more playmakers. So I think when we get the chance to, we're going to try and bring some in. And you can see there that as much as I've bigged it up, Andy Tannoy doesn't start. So the wait for him continues. At some point, we will try to sign him. There they are then. We're at Boston's ground. And that whole stand there looks pretty full. not so full on the other sides. And will they have a famous square pitch? We'll put this into 2D, of course, as this is what we watch it in these days. It's not particularly square. Fascinating. Right, toughest game of the season so far, the series so far. Boston United are a step above, a class above what we are currently, as the first shot on goal goes into the back of the net. Brogan scores it. It's Boston 1, Thames 0. I already feel a little bit vulnerable. Just to clarify, Andy Tannoy, who's in their reserves, would be our best player by a distance. So, not ideal. Smith to Brogan. And there we might see more goals today. Do I go to the counter-attack? We'll go to the counter-attack. There's part of me that just wants to attack them and just try and score. But if they score here, we'll do that. 20 minutes in. Header clear. Okay, that's not too bad. And now Vince is on it. Where's he going to go with it? He's going to go out this right-hand side where waits for it, ironically. Ball played into the middle. Cleared again, just about. Brogan, the goal scorer. Another chance for them. Plays it across. They're toying with us here, viewers. That is the most ridiculous 1-2 you've ever seen. And it's in the back of the net. It's 2-0. We'll up these highlights. We could be here all day. I did think this would be difficult. And then we play top of another corner. So it's now a penalty. We're 23 minutes in. And... well, I guess we'll see. Stepping up, Brogan again, and in the corner. So this could get embarrassing, couldn't it? Decided to go attacking from this point onwards. Good penalty. The crowd behind the goal go wild. That's a 24-minute hat-trick for Stephen Brogan. How much better is he than the players I had? Right. How is that remotely fair? Well, it's not fair, Ben. That's football, though, isn't it? Sometimes football's not fair. Well, half-time's approached, and I'm pleased to say... it's 3-0, which is bizarre to come out of my mouth. I'm going to cautiously say I expect to see a much better showing in the second half. I was cautious there. I expect to see... don't get angry. I expect to see a much better showing in the second half. And one of them cared. Burgess having a shocking game. We don't really have anyone to bring on. Shaquille Edwards. Let's pack the middle. Right, our midfield's going to become a little bit more attacking. We'll go for this, shall we? I'm trying a version of a West Brom tactic I use, but it's not working. It's never worked, Ben. The body language says they look uninterested. I mean, how do you do that on a foot? That's their players. Oh, and they're winning 3-0. That's our best chance. Half an hour to go. Would have quite liked an Andy Tannoy substitution, but that ain't happening, is it? We're looking tired, and we've got a big game coming up in the league. I've gone full strength because you never know, the upset potential was there, but it's gone. They couldn't look more uninterested. We look calm and composed, which is weird. 5 minutes to go. The comeback, I will say now, viewers, and I don't want to spoil it because I think that I don't want to take away the mystery, but I think it's over at this point. As well, that was quite direct. 3-0. I'd have taken 3. They're Vanarama North team or South. One of them. They're one of the Vanaramas. And there we are then. Boston 3, Thames 0. I don't know why I'm pleased. Didn't expect a smile to be on my face. I'll say that much. Right, Greenwich coming up. They're top of the league. We didn't make the FA Trophy official. And, well, things can only get better. Now, what we have done is put a few loan offers in for a couple of players. We'll just see. We'll see. It's quite a lot on the monthly fees, but don't worry about that. And also, we've gone for Colin, who's a decent striker, currently at Chippenham under-18s. I've been doing a little bit of searching around, and this is the best I've found. A bit of pace about him, good mentals, 14 finishing. Don't let him take corners, though. Dreadful. Basically, we just need more options in creative areas and striking areas, so that's what I'm focusing on at the moment. I'm constantly scouting. I should clarify as well, I'm constantly scouting players for... sort of the future, because if they become available or they become free, at that point that's when you go in. I've learned from doing lower league management that planning for the future, and for anyone that's doing this, I know there's lots of people now sort of been inspired to do a lower league save. Plan for the future. It's really important that you know what you want before it actually happens. Picking up players on free transfers is an absolute must in the lower league. So if you get a knowledge of the players you could maybe like in the future, then do that as much as you can. And that comes from just looking at players. Let's get a bit serious here. This comes from looking at teams that you're playing against, looking at their best players and seeing how their contracts lie. And if at one point you can go, actually, yeah, we'll go in for him. He looks pretty good. Because then you end up with a good team 2 or 3 years in, and you can then rise up the leagues pretty rapidly, because that is the plan with it. There's no way. There is no way. There's no way. There's no way this is happening. There's no way this has been agreed. Are you joking? Are you having a laugh? I mean, he's going to cost me about 6,000 on his own. No, it's 500. He's going to play every week. There's no way. There is no way. I have Andy Tannoy at Thames. I did it as a bit of a, well, this would be funny, wouldn't it? They've moved the Greenwich game. We're now going to play Chipstead. Andy Tannoy's date. What has gone on? Andy Tannoy. I can't believe we've got him. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. team. Deep lying playmaker on support. Get him there now. Andy Tannoy. I've not managed him for like 2 years. We'll put him as a central midfielder on defense. Like, he's got the attributes to do as he pleases. We'll put a couple of playmakers in there. We'll do that. Ball winner behind them. I'm changing things up a little bit now. We've got Tannoy in there. I can't believe we've got Andy Tannoy. I can't believe it. I'm so excited. I can't believe we've got him. I just thought it would be one of those things where they just would be like, well, no. Or he'd just reject us. Because I tried to sign him at one point. It was like, well, that ain't happening, is it? So I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. God, Andy Tannoy. I want to tell someone. Right, you got to understand. I can't tell anyone for hours now. I have to just keep this to myself. This is torturous. Oh my God, I need to tell somebody. Gonna ring my friend Joe. Doesn't watch the video, so I can tell him, and he'll definitely care, 100%.
What?
Joe, it's me. I've got some news that I can't tell anyone because it's a spoiler, but I've signed Andy Tannoy for Thames.
Brilliant.
You seem excited.
Why are you telling me this?
Well, just because I just wanted to tell someone, and I can't for a few thoughts.
Good night.
He's not as enthused as I am. Don't care. Literally don't care, Joe, mate. I think he might be trying to get to sleep. Right then, let's get Andy on. He can do corners as well. Every set piece. I mean, to be fair, Robert Hughes isn't bad at them. In fact, he's not really good at anything else. We'll put Hughesy in reserve just in case. Andy Tannoy. What's his penalties like? We'll put him on pens as well. Are they good? I mean, no, they're not. I mean, Summer misses loads of penalties, so I'm not sure I'm... okay, Andy can back him up. Okay, so the team for today's game is Barry Kavanagh in goal. Slater comes in at right back. Comfrey, Dakwa and Kant at the back as well. Hughes in front. Milbourne and... Ladies and gentlemen, making his debut for Thames, Andy Tannoy! Barker to play in front of them. Burgess, Summer. My God, what I just did felt good. It's all over to you, lads. Have a good one. And, I mean, they've not cared. Right, Andy Tannoy is number 7 currently. I don't think we actually get kit numbers at the club, so I think it's just whoever starts gets the numbers. But here we go. Now, Chipstead in the league are... Oh, well, okay, they're 9th. So we can't quite catch them, but we're in a good spot. Will Andy make an impact? Oh my God. For new viewers, I should clarify that this is like Xabi Alonso returning to Liverpool. You know, Ronaldo returning to Manchester United. But this is Andy Tannoy returning to me. Okay, Thames are a new team, but he's part of the project. I thought this at one point I was going to make this happen. I did not think it'd be remotely possible this early on, as Chipstead are going to ruin the party here, aren't they? Taylor, chance, goal, bollocks. It's not great from us, is it? Tactically, we're going to start retaining possession, play a little bit shorter. We've got Andy on there, he can do this. In fact, we're going to make him play a little further ahead. He's not having the greatest of games so far, so just let's get something out of him. Currently 1-0 down though, which is not ideal. So at half time, it's 1-0 Chipstead, and our form has not been good recently, so we need to turn this round. I expect to see a much better showing in second half. One of them cares. Let's give them something else. Passionately say, there's a lot more to come from you. That's better. There we go. Okay, can we do it, John? What do you mean can't? Oh, actually, yep, John can't. Sorry. They're forward again here, though, Chipstead. They're causing us all sorts of problems. Taylor to the byline, pulls it back. Lodge is there, headed down. Kavanagh. Oh, he's done well. Barry's done very well. We're going to go more attacking. We're going for this. With the home team, come on, boys. Half an hour to go. Can we get a goal from somewhere? We're very much mid-table fodder. I mean, that is very certain at the moment. And it's where I thought we'd be. But it's just not... It's not great viewing. They're forward again here. We could be in trouble. They're number 9. Whips the ball into the back post and lodges it into the bottom corner. And it's 2-0 Chipstead. And it's not gone. I mean, is there anything we can possibly change yet? We'll bring Thorne on for Barker. My 2 attacking midfielders, by the way, supposedly like my best players, are rubbish. So I don't really know what to do. 10 minutes to go and it's looking ominous. 5 minutes left. And, well... It's a penalty to them. So Lodge to make it 3-0. Back to about 3-0 losses. It's possible. Yeah. Lodge there. Oh dear. There's a highlight after the goal. Maybe this is where the comeback begins. Tannoy there getting involved. You can see it. Ball played on the top. Burgess. He's in. The comeback. 5 minutes to go. Can it happen? Lovely bit of work. You see Tannoy already involved. And then Milbourne takes about 3 years to decide what to do. Then chips the ball over. Burgess, who's got about 6 pace, races through and pokes it past the goalkeeper. Back in it. Can we get another one? It's going to have to be now, probably, game. It's probably going to have to be now. Now? No. Well, do I need a new goalkeeper? I think that's the question. What do you think, viewers? Do we need a new goalkeeper? I think we need a new goalkeeper. I'll say it now and I'll say it loud. And there we are then. Thames 1, Chips with 3. And 1 shot on target, 1 goal. Good ratio, good return. But they're not good. So while the service say not happy with the performance, they seem relatively motivated. We play first and third next. This losing run might continue. But anything can happen in the lower leagues. So next time we meet, we'll take a quick look. When will that be? Chips, strike it lucky. Chips. At least we're called the River. Right then, I think we go for Corinthian Casuals and Sittingbourne, maybe around that sort of area. We'll go through this tough run of games we've got. We've seen some of the teams we've played here, so it should be an interesting time of it. Hopefully you'll enjoy me for it. If you've enjoyed today's video, then I'm sorry I've hit you in the face there, essentially. If you enjoyed it, do leave a like, and if you want to see some more, subscribe to the channel. We're done with care. Until next time, goodbye. Andy Bloody Tannoy. He needs to be better than that.